Slim Thug explains why he pays cash for all of his cars.
Was I in debt back in the day? No, I never been in debt. But it was just like a hood thing at first. That was just like the hood shit. My shit paid for, it's cashed out. You know, it started out as a hood thing, and then it's just like it's kind of like my way of saving, like, you know. So if I can't pay that bitch off, then I can't afford it. So it keep me from buying bullshit when I want something that's expensive, you know what I'm saying? So instead of buying the drip every day and whatever new Louis shirt came out every week, I saved that money and then go buy a Rolls Royce and cash that hoe out. And then I sell it in 2 years for the same price I bought it for without having interest, losing that interest on that shit. And then I sell it for the same shit I got it 2 years later and buy.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
And the motherfucker who a lot of people don't do that, and they'll say, man, that's stupid. You got all your money right there. Well, you know, I f with cars, and that's the way I want to do my cars. So it's just something I feel. And at any given moment, I could sell these cars. And if I just needed some money, or if I just decide this car life, I want to go back to just being a regular motherfucker, I could just sell all my cars and get a good price for all of them. It'll be a bankroll. Over $1 million for sure. So, you know, it's just like, you know, that's how you want to live. You don't want to. The thing is, what happens with people, man, I'm going to tell you what I believe, my personal opinion. Like, people are programmed in this way. Okay, I'll drop a gem on y'all. I'm going to tell y'all why I'm different, too. Like I said, since the beginning, I had learned self-value. I still can't run my shit trash, but it's smoking. Yeah. So, when you go to school, you really train to go to work. When you go to high school, your parents watching you. When you go to college, it's like they training you to be responsible without nobody watching you. And then it's just really training you to work. Everything is training you to, you know, be of service in some sort, you know, doing something like have a job. So when you grew up in that your whole life, you grew up in that at school, you grew up in that at college, you grew up, everything had these rules. You had work, you had to go to work. Everything had all these rules, right? Because you can't just do what the you want to do if you got a job. Even if you out work, you can't be doing what Big Slim doing. If you work, if you are what you're a ball player, you in the NBA, you can't be doing this talking about, man, yeah, man. A lot of jobs, you can't do this. I have never filled out an application in my life. Okay? I have never filled out an application in my life. I'm the youngest of 7. When I was 12 years old, I was probably 6 feet. I was driving my mama to work at 12 years old. I'm the youngest of 7. I grew up way faster than most people because I have big brothers, street too, and I have big sisters. That's why I know all the R&B shit. My sister them was playing that shit, I heard it. I know all the cool rap shit since the 80s because my older brothers was playing that shit. I heard it. My mama worked 12 hours a day, 7 to 7, 7 days a week. She could not watch us. She couldn't know what the f we was doing. She had 7 kids to take care of. So we had to be our own person. Like, you know, like my brother them in the streets, everybody doing what they do. I was my own person since 12 years old. Like, you know, as far as like running by myself, doing my own thing, having my own crew type shit. You know what I'm saying? I never had curfew. All the other kids in middle school, even in elementary, we gotta hurry up and get home, the lights coming on. I ain't had no curfew. I'm riding with my kinfolk, them hitting licks, smoking, doing grown people shit. Like, and that's how everybody know me, cause I was with all the streets of Houston, whether it be my kinfolk, whether it be my homeboys, like these real street niggas that all the street in the city know. And, you know, successful street at that, more successful me as a rapper at this time. So it's like, shit, You know, this is how I know everybody. I know everybody older than me, younger than me, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I've always had the mentality. I was 15 riding around in the convertible. I had 2 cars at 15. I had a convertible Boss Hog at 15. I was driving to Driver's Ed in Studewood. You know what I'm saying? So I've been doing shit my way. At 15, I had top 4 grill. I had a gold permanent grill at 15. 4 at the top said Slim. Permanent. Because y'all mamas would not go for that. Like, no, I was in Chocolate Town, kid. I was outside, like, working on cars and shit. Same shit I'm doing now. Anybody who know me will tell you this. Anybody who know me will tell you this. So it's a different type of mind frame I have, because after being broke at 15, at 17, I found my way. I'm still in 11th grade. I found the hustle that makes sense to me. I can do this shit. Not only did we sell CDs and tapes in the store, we opened up a store on the north side. We opened up a CD and tape store. And another one, we opened up 2 stores. So not only were we selling shit all over everywhere, we had our own stores. So this was hella early. So imagine me making this type of money in high school. I already having the mind frame, it's over. Nobody can't tell me shit. And it's been like that since. Nobody could ever tell me shit. I don't change how I talk for nobody. I don't never have to follow people's rules, because I've always been able to be the boss. I've always been able to do whatever the fuck I want to do, basically. I had to cut a hole in the screen of my room window. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just ran your 3 miles well, outside or inside? Tell me that. That's what I want to know. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think like y'all. I'm not nowhere near programmed like a lot of people. Like, I'm not talking down, but if you work for somebody, you had to do that. You had to follow rules. You went to college, you had to follow rules. I never had to follow rules. That's why I cuss a lot, you know, and kind of do shit different than people. You know, I kind of like drew my own picture of what the I wanted, like, you know, so keeping your bills low like that. Right. Oh, yeah, so, yeah. Okay. So my house paid off. My cars is paid off. Everything is paid off. I don't with debt. I don't with no debt. Only thing I owe people is the IRS, and we paying them, so we good. But no, I don't with no debt, man. And I ain't never had no debt like that. Niggas will get caught up trying to do too much. Like with bills, them bills will pile up on your ass fast. Them bills will pile up on your ass. Right now, I got too many bills. Like, every once in a while, shit'll get out of hand just trying to do too much random shit. But I'm finna get back. I say, hey, hold on, I'm spending too much. There, bump that shit back down. We gotta figure this shit out. And whatever it takes to do that, we gonna do that. But the real goal is to bring new incomes in, you know, at the same time. While you trying to get keep your bills low, you want to bring new income in. You know what I'm saying? So niggas will have a motherfucking $20,000 in my car notes, and you spending all that money every month, and the amount ain't going nowhere. You see what I'm saying? You spending all that money every month, but the amount ain't going nowhere. It's staying right there. So the minute your little income shit starts slacking up, getting shady, now you behind. You know what I'm saying? Now you behind. Yeah, it ain't even worth it though. When you do math, it's not worth it. I have a lot of cars. That is my whole life. That's what I do. That's my hobby. All right. If you gotta go to work every day and work 12 hours a day to drive your Mercedes, that don't make sense. Because if you got 12 hours at work, because you got to do overtime to pay for the Mercedes, and then you got 8 hours of sleep, that's 20. So now you only got 4 hours to stunt, and that ain't enough, kid. You ain't gonna never get to even drive that bitch nowhere, because you're gonna be trying to, stay out the way at that time. Do your math, please. Do your math. A good way of looking at this shit, how to survive in a recession 2024. Think about how much life you have to spend to have whatever you're trying to get. If I get this car, I'm gonna have to give up such and such hours a month of my life to be able to afford this note. To only drive it for this amount of hours. If you begin to break shit down to these ways, you'll start thinking like, hell nah, by the time I do that shit, I'm gonna be, yeah, right? That's one way to look at it, right? To show you don't need that shit, right? Secondly, think about, where are you driving this car to? Are you even a person who go out? Where do you even go? You see what I'm saying? Where do you go? Do you go to the club like that? Like, where are you trying to show the car off at? And if you have this high note, will you even be able to make it there? Where are you driving this car? If you ain't going nowhere, get off that stunting for the gram shit. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't really go to the club, bitch, you don't need no motherfucking expensive ass car. You ain't going nowhere to show it. You don't need that expensive ass car if you ain't going nowhere. And if you balling at work and the notice a breeze and you can run through that shit and do it the whole year twice, yeah, turn up, do your thing. The money rolling like that, you good, turn up. But if you just doing this shit and then just to barely make it and you gotta pay notes on your service and shit, it's too much. You're doing too much. When you gotta pay notes on service and shit like that, you're doing too much. You're doing too much, man. You're doing too much. That's when it's not making sense. When it's stressful, you're doing too much. You know what I'm saying? And then break everything down in this way, because a lot of us, even me, I be telling y'all shit, but I be fixing myself at the same time. Another thing I try to do now is, instead of just going to the mall and buying shit, shop for occasion. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I gotta go to dinner this Friday, so I'll buy a shirt for that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of going to that hoe and knocking the mall down and buying everything you see that's hot and popping, the mall is gonna have some new cool shit every single month. You know what I'm saying? You'll go broke trying to stay with everything that come out. I only buy shit for the occasion. Since my gotta drip still, like, we gotta drip. What you talking about, old head? Just buy shit for the occasion. If you ain't going nowhere, if you know that club gonna have 5 busted up bitches in that motherfucker, it's not gonna be worth it. Throw on a white tee, homie. Re-rock something. You don't have to keep the club. Let the women be the baddies. You know what I'm saying? Don't go robbing people for motherfucking shirt money. You know what I'm saying? Like, some niggas thinking at low level because that's the only thing they feel like they can achieve. I can drip. It's the easiest way to shine. Drip. I can't buy that Rollie, but I can buy a motherfucking shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when you keep doing those little things, spending that little unnecessary money on shit, it's gonna keep you right there, kid. It's gonna keep you at the bottom. But if you learn to stop that and stack, then you can make a bigger purchase. You can buy a fucking Rollie now. Now it don't matter what kind of shirt you got on. You got a chain. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it may be. But shit that actually count. You know what I'm saying? Shoes, cool. I ain't saying nothing about shoes. Shoes, you get a lot of wear out of them. And that's how you can do it, okay? Drop you some shoes, clean ass shoes, and then H&M the rest or some shit. Like, go light on everything else, But yeah, you ain't got to go crazy every time. Like, I'm just saying that because I did that. I f***ed up a lot of money getting caught up in something new come out every month, that shit. I had to tell myself, Big Slim, you ain't the baddie, kid. Let's man the fuck up, kid. It's cool. I can afford it. But let's just make smarter purchases. Let's just buy shit that counted, like, you know what I'm saying? More. Let's just try to get shit that count. And now y'all look at me, oh, you got all these cars. I feel like cars count.
Thanks for tuning in to 9 Mag TV.